Hello, Dale Beaumont here from Get Published TV. This is the only dedicated show on the internet to help you to write, publish, and market your own best-selling book. Now today I'm going to talk about a topic which I believe is one of the most important topics that I could possibly talk about here on the show. Now I know it's going to be a little bit controversial. I know some people are going to agree with me and think you're exactly right, and there are other people that don't like what I'm about to say and think that it's not the right thing to do. So it's going to be very interesting to see both sides of this argument here. But I've been doing this for a long time, and I kind of know what works or what's worked for me, and it's worked for hundreds and thousands of other people that I know. But again, you might have different opinions, and I'm certainly open to hearing them, and you can leave your comments, of course, on getpublishedtv.com. Before I reveal to you what I'm going to talk about, I just want to say how I'm excited I am that in the last 24 hours, 3 new books have been sent to me from people who have been fans of Get Published TV, who have tuned in, who have watched some of the episodes, and now have published their own books. Now, of course, I can't take all the credit because I know these guys were well on their way before they started watching Get Published TV, but I know that the show has definitely helped them to give them a few new ideas. The first one is Trevor Ambrose, and he's been a really great supporter of Get Published TV. He's left lots of comments on the videos. This is his book on public speaking. It's called Talk Sense, Talk with Confidence, and I've gone through it. I've just flicked through the pages. It looks very, very professional. He's done a great job, so I want to say, Trevor, well done. Congratulations. Next one is by Anna Laura and Wilson Lorna, and this is a book which is called Your Family, Your Money, and the subtitle there is Real Money Advice for Families. So really, needed topic, and a very, very good quality book. Brilliant typesetting here, and very good printing. I love the use of color on the inside front and inside back cover. So beautiful presentation, so well done, guys. And of course, my friend Rachel Barnes, this is a new book which has just come out, which is called Property is a Girl's Best Friend. Really great title. Again, one of my common sayings with a twist, if you've watched any of the previous episodes on how to come up with a book title. So really, really great book there. And again, it looks very classy and sophisticated, and certainly appeals to the demographic that they're going after there. So thanks very much, guys, for sending in your books, and a big congratulations from everybody who tunes in to watch Get Published TV. All right, so here we go. I'm going to get to my topic of conversation, and that is that your book needs to have a collection of bonus gifts in your book. Now, call it whatever you'd like. Call it bonus gifts, call it free stuff, call it giveaways, call it my treat to you. Call it whatever you like, but essentially what you're going to do is you're going to value add your book by giving away some extra stuff for free. Now, we're going to look at this from both perspectives, from both non-fiction books, where it's kind of becoming more and more popular, and also we're going to look at this from the angle of fiction books as well. Now, where the big picture of this whole theory comes into play is from the old school kind of marketing gurus. They'll tell you that it's 10 times easier to sell a product to someone that's already bought from you than to go out there and find a new customer. It's 10 times easier to sell something to an existing customer than going out there and trying to acquire a new customer. And it's also 10 times cheaper as well. So that is where we're going with this. And what that means is that when someone buys your book, you've got one of two choices. One is they read that book and go, wow, that was amazing. I really love that book. They put it on their bookshelf. It disappears from their mind forever. And the relationship between you and that person is basically being cut. And that's pretty much it. Now, if you're lucky, they may come back to your book and go, oh, yeah, what was that book again? And they may try to Google you. They may try to, find your website. But that really, really happens unless people are prompted or given a reason to do so. Let me share with you another example from my friend Stuart Zadell, who's republished this great book called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, one of the biggest selling books of all time. Now, in this book, what he's actually done is he's given away a whole bunch of bonus gifts, and the bonus gifts to the value of, get this, nearly $2,000 worth of bonus gifts that he gives away if you go and you visit his website. So you buy the book for $24 and you can get $2,000 worth of bonuses. Now, whether it's $2,000 or whether it's $200 or whether it's $50. It's really at this stage completely irrelevant. Forget about the dollars, but forget about what he's trying to do here. So when someone goes and gets this book, they then are prompted, they're given a massive, what we'd call ethical bribe, an ethical bribe. So they go to a website, they put in their name and email address, and maybe even their phone number, their physical address, at that stage, really whatever information that you'd like from that person and however much they're comfortable giving you access to. But what you can then do is you can then build a relationship with that person over time. You can add value to that person's life. You can give them access to audios, to videos. You can tell them about seminars. You can tell them about events, and you can give them the opportunity to take that next step. Now, if they don't want to take that next step and they want to unsubscribe, fine. But at least that way you've given them an opportunity to move forward. Now, I know some of you out there aren't really interested at this stage in CDs, DVDs, home study courses, workbooks, live seminars and all of that stuff. That's fine. However, what about if later on down the track you want to release book number 2 or book number 3, book number 4? Now, it's a lot harder if you have to go out there and find another 2,000 buyers or 3,000 buyers or 4,000 buyers because they actually purchased the book through a bookstore, or they purchased the book from a friend, or they purchased the book through some other channel, and now they've got no way of staying in touch and building relationship with you. So you have to do all that work again to go out and find new customers when it's much easier to actually sell to people that have already bought from you, because they've already bought into you once. Chances are that they, again, if you provide them with some different and some new information, they'll buy into you again. Because some people, may think to themselves already. They may think to themselves, well, if I sell my book on my website and they put in their name and email address and their physical address so I can ship them the book, then don't I already have all their details? Yes, of course you do. However, one of the things that I've learned about books, and you probably know this as well, is that it's amazing when you go over to someone's house. I scan people's bookshelves. I say, oh, that's an interesting book. That's an interesting book. Do you mind if I borrow it? And I take it off the shelves and I, maybe read it to them and pass it back, or we do a book swap or whatever. What's crazy about books is that sometimes books can go through 4, 5, 6, maybe 10 different hands. So maybe you've got the contact information of the first person, but what about all the other people that that book will come into contact with? Because they could give it out, they could sell it at a garage sale, they could take it to a book trade store or whatever. They could sell it on eBay or Amazon as a second-hand book. But so that way, don't be so narrow-minded to think, well, I've already got their details, because maybe you don't. There's a whole lot of other people that this book could come into contact with. And also, of course, when you're selling them in bookstores, this is where it gets a little bit sneaky. When you sell them in bookstores, you'll normally have to give away, maybe even if you self-publish, probably 65% of the profit to the distributors and also to the bookstore. So you're only retaining like 35% of the profit. So, but if someone buys a book in a bookstore, like my books here, this book here has $247 worth of bonus gifts. I've now got 15 books, all part of the Secrets Exposed series, and what's been very exciting for me and also very profitable for me is that some people have gone and bought book number 1, 2, 3, or 4 in a bookstore, and then they've come to the website, they've downloaded my free bonus gifts, and then when I bring out the other books, I send them an opportunity for them to buy it online, and rather than me giving away 65% of the profit, I can keep all of that profit, because now that customer that was going through the bookstore is now actually dealing directly with me, and I can then maximize my profit. So that's one very, very powerful reason about why I'd want to add bonus gifts, but also so you could then upsell or cross-sell or downsell, whatever you like, other products and services that you may have. And the other thing is that you get to, if you forget about the commercial aspect, because maybe now people are going, money, stop talking about making money, it's not all about that. And no, it's not all about that. But if you forget about money, don't you want to give people the opportunity to have the chance to be able to connect with you? Don't you want to be part of that person's life? Don't you feel like you've got other things that you may want to share with them that could add value, or you want to be able to take some concepts from your book to the next level and share those ideas with them, then by having those people develop a relationship with you where they come and they join your database or they join your network, whatever you want to call it, then you're able to add more value to that person's life over, months, years, or even decades. So it's very, very exciting about where it could possibly go. I've run out of time on this video. I'm going to create another 2 more videos. One, I'm going to talk about how to do this from a fiction writer's perspective, and the other one I'm going to talk about it from a non-fiction writer's perspective as well, because this does work for both. You just need to think a little bit outside the box. This is Dale Beaumont from Get Published TV. Leave me your thoughts. If you've got a different opinion, if you agree with me, disagree with me, whatever, then please leave us your comments. Tell us what you think. Otherwise, keep tuning in so you can